Welcome to Bootcamp Verse, your universe of tech boot camps. Good morning and welcome back to Day 3 of our Code2Corporate Bootcamp. Before we jump into today's session, let's take a quick look at what we covered in our last session. We explored the basics of the software development lifecycle, or SDLC, and learned about popular methodologies like waterfall, agile, and DevOps. Each of these approaches helps teams plan, build, and deliver software in a structured way. But here's the catch. Even the best processes won't work unless you communicate well and stay organized. That's where today's topic comes in, mastering the essentials of corporate communication and workflow tools. Today, we'll bridge the gap between what you learn and how you work in a real IT company. The corporate world is a different ballgame compared to university projects or solo learning. Here, you'll use specific tools, follow certain norms, and communicate in ways that keep teams running smoothly. Nailing these basics is not just about following rules, it's about being an effective professional and making a great impression as you start your career. Let's break down our 3 big focus areas for today. Professional email habits, making the most of meeting tools, and understanding ticketing system. These aren't just buzzwords, they're the backbone of daily work in any tech company. Let's start with email etiquette. In the corporate world, email is your primary way to share updates, ask questions, and document decisions. Think of email as your official voice. Every message you send builds your professional reputation, so it's important to get it right. First up, the subject line. This is like the title of a newspaper article. It tells the reader what to expect. Keep it clear and specific. For example, instead of writing "Hi" or "Urgent," try "Project X status update" or "Request for leave on 10th of June." This helps your message stand out and makes it easier to find later. Next, your greeting or salutation. Use a friendly but professional opening like "Hi Rohan," "Hello team," or "Dear Ms. Sharma." Skip the casual "Hey" unless you know the person very well. When you write the body of your email, get straight to the point. Use short paragraphs and bullet points if you're listing steps or requirements. Double-check for grammar and spelling. A typo in a professional setting can make you look careless. If your message is long, break it into sections with headers or lists so it's easy to read. Wrap up with a professional closing. Regards, best regards, or thank you are all good choices. Always include your name, job title, and contact details in your signature so people know exactly who you are and how to reach you. Now, let's talk about sending your message to the right people. The "to" field is for those who need to take action. CC, which means carbon copy, is for people who should be updated but don't need to do anything. Don't overuse CC, only add people who really need to stay in the loop. BCC, or blind carbon copy, hides the recipients from each other. Use it very carefully, like when sending an announcement to a large group. Be mindful of reply versus reply all. If just one person needs your response, use reply. If your answer is relevant to the whole group, then reply all is appropriate. But don't spam everyone's inbox by replying all to routine messages. If you're sending files, make sure you mention the attachments in your message and use clear file names like monthly report, May 2024 PDF. Avoid sending huge files unless necessary. Use links to shared folders if possible. Finally, always keep your tone professional and respectful. Avoid slang, emojis, or overly casual language. even if you know the person. Remember, emails can be forwarded and will stay in the company's records. Next up, meeting tools. In corporate IT, meetings are where ideas are shared, decisions are made, and problems get solved. Most companies use online platforms like Microsoft Teams, Zoom, Google Meet, or WebEx. Here's how to make the most of these tools. First, always join meetings a few minutes early. This gives you time to check your connection and make sure everything works. Keep your microphone muted unless you're speaking to avoid background noise. Turn your camera on when required. It helps build trust and makes the meeting more engaging. When it's your turn to speak, be clear and concise. Don't interrupt others and listen actively. If you have questions or want to share a link, use the chat feature instead of interrupting the speaker. Stay focused. It's tempting to multitask, but you'll get more out of the meeting if you're engaged. When you receive a meeting invite, check the agenda to see what will be covered. Accept or decline the invite based on your availability, and let the organizer know if you can't make it. This shows respect for everyone's time. Now, let's look at ticketing systems. Imagine you're working in IT support, development, or operations. Every time there's a bug, a new feature request, or an issue, it gets logged as a ticket. Ticketing systems help the team track, manage, and resolve these tasks in an organized way. Some popular tools you'll hear about are Jira, ServiceNow, Zendesk, and Freshdesk. We'll dive deeper into Jira later in this bootcamp, but here are the basics. A ticket, sometimes called an issue, is simply a record of a task or problem. Each ticket has a status, like open, in progress, resolved, or closed, so everyone knows what's happening. The assignee is the person responsible for solving the problem, while the reporter is the one who created the ticket. Tickets also have comments. This is where updates and discussions are logged. Every ticket gets a priority, like low, medium, or high, so the team knows which ones to tackle first. The typical workflow is create a ticket, assign it, work on it, resolve it, and finally close it once the issue is fixed. Why use ticketing systems? They keep work organized and visible to everyone, help teams prioritize, and create a record for future reference or reporting. It's much better than chasing updates in a messy email thread. Bringing it all together, mastering email, meeting tools, and ticketing systems will help you collaborate smoothly with your team, keep tasks on track, and build strong professional relationships. These are skills you'll use every single day, no matter your role. As we wrap up, remember, strong communication and organized workflows are just as important as technical skills in the corporate world. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into version control with Git and GitHub, another must-have skill for modern developers, and one that connects directly with how teams use ticketing systems to manage their work. Before you go, try writing a professional email for practice, or observe how meetings and ticketing tools are used in any group projects you're part of. Every bit of practice helps. Have questions? Drop them in the comments below. We're always here to help. Don't forget to subscribe to Bootcampverse for more real-world learning that takes you from zero to job ready.